is up, guys? My name is Aiden and welcome back to yet another Elden Ring video here on the channel. As I said, I'm going to be covering a lot of Elden Ring here on this channel specifically, and so I thought I'd bring you guys yet another video, this time going over a very overpowered weapon that you guys can go ahead and unlock very fast and very easy here with an Elden Ring, even if you haven't progressed that far into the game. Now real quick, if you want more Elden Ring content, consider leaving a like on this video, sharing with some friends, and of course subscribing if you guys are brand new. I'm going to be uploading at least twice a day, probably every single day until obviously there's no more stuff to talk about here for Elden Ring. So if that sounds a little bit interesting to you, then definitely make sure that you're dropping a sub. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the first thing that I want to mention within this video, and that is actually my current runes. If you don't know, earlier today I uploaded a video going over how you guys can essentially get an unlimited amount of runes here within Elden Ring. I recommend doing the method in that video maybe after this video if you guys want to level up a ton, especially because, well, some of the swords will require a little bit of faith and a little bit of intelligence in order to go ahead and use correctly. So make sure that you're leveling up those two attributes. That being said, if we open up our map real quickly, the area that you guys are going to want to head to is actually going to be this section all the way in the top section of the map. The specific area is the main carrier manor gate. Go ahead and either make your way over to this location if you haven't already discovered it, or if you have the fast travel ability able to be used, then make sure that you're using that. Once you walk into the manor, just go ahead and follow the path that I am showcasing here in this video. Basically just going to want to hug the left wall and just make your way throughout the palace. There will be hands that'll kind of like grab at you. Just, I mean, you can kind of see where they are if you're paying attention to the ground. Try not to run into them. They are kind of strong and they could one tap you if you're kind of like at the lower level, but they are really easy to avoid as well. As you can see, I didn't get hit at all throughout this entire route, and you guys should be fine as well. But once you make it into this main section right here, make your way up these stairs all the way up until you reach this site of grace. For a minute I kind of forgot where the site of grace is, but you can rest at this site of grace if you did take any damage, or I mean you can just kind of like discover it if that's really how you want to be. But after you discover it or rest at it, make your way out these doors, and you're going to want to once again follow the route that I'm showcasing within this video. Essentially run past these guards when they go ahead and spawn in, and just make your way through this section, kind of just following the pathway that is already laid out for you. Once again, if you're just running past these guys, you won't take any damage, and eventually you're going to make it to a section where there's actually a drop down. Obviously you're going to want to drop down into this section, and one more time drop down, and you're just going to want to make your way down the ladder that will be in this one area. Now this is more of a secret area. I don't think a lot of people were meant to discover this, but once again it is really easy to go and do, so maybe it was meant for us to find. And in this section there's going to be a chest for you to open. As you can see, I already opened it, but once you open it you will get the sword that I actually have equipped right now. Now this is the sword of Night in Flame. It's a very good sword, and even though it doesn't have the most amount of physical damage, it does have a lot of magic and fire damage as well. Obviously I don't have all the attributes that I need. I still need a little bit more intelligence, but I'm going to go ahead and grind that using the method that I showcased in my video earlier today. This sword is very, very overpowered though, especially if you're on the lower level, but this sword will pretty much carry you through the first 4 major bosses if you haven't got to that point already. Stay tuned for more Elden Ring videos here on this channel. I'm definitely going to be uploading a lot, but that's where I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you guys did enjoy this video, consider leaving a like on it, sharing with some friends, and of course subscribing if you guys are brand new for even more Elden Ring content just like this. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.